time loop anime all use the same mechanic, but that doesn't automatically make them dramatic masterpieces. Some have great characters, strong mystery, or some have a genuinely interesting twist in the loop itself, but almost all of them slip up somewhere. Structure, tone, payoff, something's holding them back. And that's what makes Steins stand out, because instead of excelling in one or two areas and falling short in another, it's the only time loop anime that gets all of them right at the same time. The first thing Steins gets right is its world. Not because it's super complex or super unique per se, but because it's real. From the very first minute, the show makes that very clear, because we're almost immediately dropped into a completely normal city. There's no fantasy setting like in ReZero, there's no alternative dimensions like in Higurashi, it's just Japan. And that decision does a lot more than people give it credit for, not only because the world in and of itself becomes relatable, but also because when the story grounds itself in reality, there are rules that can't be broken. You can't suddenly introduce some hidden magic system. You can't solve problems with some kind of god or all-powerful being. Everything that happens has to make sense. And Steins leans into that heavily. Once the time travel elements start kicking in, they aren't explained through fantasy. They're explained through logic, through theories. Concepts like world line shifts and divergence aren't just thrown at you. They're built up in a way that feels believable within the context of a real human understanding of reality from the very beginning of the show. So, instead of the story feeling like it can do anything at any time, like in ReZero or fucking Higurashi where they end up fighting as fucking magical girls, it feels constrained. You feel like the story can't just lie to you or can just suddenly pull out some bullshit new rule that fixes everything. And it does that in some very obvious ways. I mean, we're fucking scientists or whatever, right? Like, these guys are literally supposed to be all logic, no bullshit, right? On top of that, look at the art style too. Like, I get that this anime was made fucking 15 years ago, but the overall art style and color schemes are rather dark and simplistic, and it fits the anime like super well. Imagine the show having some kind of fucking over-the-top Demon Slayer tier animations and color schemes, like super fucking bright, right? Like, it just wouldn't feel right now, would it? Instead, the anime feels like a real place. And because of that, when things do start to go wrong eventually, when the stakes do start to rise, it hits a lot harder. Because it doesn't feel like a fantasy anymore, it feels real. All of this world building is like so much more important than it like might seem on the surface. Because with world building as good as this, the anime doesn't really need to make desperate plays like killing the main character, including crazy fight scenes, or killing off the main side character that we're supposed to save and care about within the first couple of episodes, like Himmel in Frieren, like the girl in Summertime Rendering, and even in this new anime that I came across recently called Witch Hat Atelier, where the mom dies in the first episode. And even though all of these things have their advantages, right, it's kinda catchy, to me, it feels pretty meaningless. Like, how are you expecting me to care about a character that's only appeared for one episode? It's like we're literally told that these characters matter before we even have the chance to actually feel it ourselves. And that's what Steins Gate does differently. Not only is the world building simply fantastic, the other characters are genuinely fun and enjoyable. You've got schizophrenics, you've got Discord mods, you've got you've got femboys that are just girls sometimes, I guess, which brings me to my next example, which is how creative it is in using the divergence and time loop mechanics, considering our characters and world. Like the fucking cat girl that basically invents and popularizes moe culture, like how fucking creative is that? And the femboy that's like literally a girl in different world lines, like bro, that's like so fucking meta. On top of that, you have the constant mystery with the part-timer, the mystery behind the old PC, the mystery behind Mocha, and the fact that he's already moved and changed multiple world lines despite there not even being a real plot. Yes, it's slow, but it works. So when the big wow moment actually happens, it hits 10 times harder than any of the episode 1 deaths ever could. What's the pain or price of time looping? Is it your sanity? Is it seeing your loved ones die? Is it feeling helpless? Is it literally feeling the physical pain? Or is it a combination of all of them? Yeah, sure, is what most time loop anime would answer. And the point is that at the end of the day, the only character that's really experiencing all of this suffering is the main character itself. However, Steins Gate is a little different, because as you get deeper into Steins Gate's story, you realize that you have to sacrifice the happiness of others for your own sake. It's not just this, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself until I beat this one bad guy and everybody is happy, yippee! No, it's not that. It becomes, well, I guess I gotta let your fucking dad die and also make sure you always bottle up your feelings. Oh, and also I have to let the one person I trust and love the most in this world die! Oh yeah, no, that sounds like fucking fun, doesn't it? Instead of merely sacrificing yourself, you also have to sacrifice the happiness of others for the greater good. And that's something pretty much no time loop anime ever does. Most time loop anime revolve around the suffering of the main character for one objectively good or better outcome. Meanwhile, Steins Gate adds this layer of sacrifice that makes the story so much more complex in such a simple way. And it's executed beautifully because of all of the world building and setup I talked about earlier, which is, in my opinion, simply brilliant.